Once fluffy snow has now turned into an icy mess. Throwing this snowball would certainly hurt.
Just getting used to human interaction. So if you give them some cheese, they eat it right up and learn that humans are good.
This door has been locked for over 2 weeks after Megabytes put up a sign saying that they're aware of community health and safety concerns. Ever thought of biking to the polls? Well, Capital Bike Share is giving voters free rides tomorrow to get out and vote. Days after 5 high school junior varsity football players were charged with raping fellow teammates, the Damascus community grapples with the allegations of hazing and sexual assault. Want to start your fitness journey, but need a little extra motivation? Hey, let's go! Personal trainers at Fitness for Less are here for you. There's signs everywhere conveying how people feel about the vote that's anticipated to happen on the Senate floor tomorrow. A sign of what's to come tonight.
We got a big old blast coming in.
Up to half a foot of snow. Preparation looks different for everyone. For native Chicagoan Timothy Ayers, it isn't much.
I'm going to look out the window and see what's going on, and then I'll decide what my attire will be for the day.
But for Demaya Stevenson and baby Ava, it's more serious.
I guess just stay home. That's how I'm gonna prepare.
You can see that salt crews have already begun to prepare for the upcoming storm tonight. Storm prep also includes something higher up, trees.
When you have an ice event or a snow event, really quickly that weight can magnify and create a situation where the strength of the wood isn't capable of supporting the weight that it's accrued and it breaks.
Homeowner Bob Smart remembers what it sounded like when his tree branches broke during a storm.
It sounds like a gunshot.
He hires a tree expert to inspect his yard so he can prevent what this Damascus man nearly escaped last week. Bob says he's worried about tomorrow's storm and he'll check the damage in the morning. Reporting from Frederick, I'm Katrina Kincade.
Many people love Fort DuPont Ice Arena.
It's a great place. I'm always cold. I'm always here every week. It's a fun place to come to.
But maybe no one loves it more than Tanaj Giri.
It's home to me. I can be comfortable.
She grew up here and over a decade later still loves it enough to become a coach.
I love it. It makes me feel important.
She even got her sisters involved.
They say when I'm good at running really well. I said, well, time for you to skate.
But the ice arena isn't a funding debate. Mayor Bowser wants to take the $25 million promised to the rink for renovations and reallocate it for school repairs.
You have heaters that are continuing to break, that impact teachers, that impact kids, that impact learning, that are not being fixed.
Friends of Fort DuPont Ice Arena board member Tamika Geary says she wants to see both projects happen.
It was never about choose us against the schools, because we serve the same population. We serve the kids.
Skaters and volunteers say they need another sheet of ice to accommodate the number of program participants.
And the little ones, they can't really move as fast, and we just keep bumping into each other.
The kids are excited to show off their moves. They even taught me something. The programs at the ice arena are run by volunteers, many of them parents of the skaters.
It takes everybody, it takes a village. The D.C. Council will vote on the fate of the funding of the arena on the 19th. For District Wire News, I'm Katrina Kincade. This afternoon, a Stafford man behind bars charged with murder. Gusty winds tore through the Washington area last night, toppling trees and knocking out power for millions of residents. As our Cindy Choi reports, crews were still cleaning up the aftermath this morning. We're seeing a perfect fall day as we mark the end of daylight savings time. If you haven't set your clocks back an hour yet, now's the time. I know I was a little confused this morning. There are now 3 separate cases of vandalism, including swastikas, reported in Northern Virginia. Police are investigating the anti-Semitic damage that occurred on a playground canopy at Mount Daniel Elementary School in Falls Church. Police say the canopy was slashed in several places, with one cut in the shape of a swastika. Good afternoon, I'm Katrina Kincade. Thanks for joining.